Well, holy shit. I actually managed to do it. After procrastinating for ages, I finally managed to produce an audiobook version of the Lunatic Fringe book. It's currently available on all Amazon sites, audible.com, and shortly on iTunes. And if you're the page-turning type, it's also, of course, still available in Kindle form, paperback, and hardback on Amazon. 10 hours and 10 years worth of Blue Skies Magazine's articles, all available to you right fucking now, including a few author's notes and even an apology or two. Enjoy.
Blue skies call. They seduce us, pulling us irresistibly upwards, reminding us to fly our own line, on our wings, and in life. We are the seekers, adventurers, being one with the air, feeling everything and nothing at once. That's the magic we chase. Follow the call. Find your pure, wild flight with NZ Aerosports.
Of course, I absolutely love the NZ Aerosports business model. I mean, come on. One glance at an Icarus fuck yeah sticker and you know it lines up perfectly with the fucking pilot mentality. But outside their wonderful use of colorful language and a great company vibe, there's a long list of reasons to say NZ Aerosports fuck yeah. NZ Aerosports blows me away right out of the gate as a canopy manufacturer with a bold offer. They give you 10 jumps on your brand new nylon to decide if you want to keep it, swap it out, or even return it for a refund. I mean, seriously, how incredible is that? That's like getting halfway through a prom and deciding you prefer the slightly racier date that goes down faster. Seriously, they do that. If you're not madly in love with your new canopy after 10 jumps, they'll let you swap it out for another size or model, or even get your money back. And the range of canopies they've got? Man, they've got a style canopy to fit every jumper and every situation with models you know and trust. Like the Sapphire 3, the perfect choice for the beginner or intermediate canopy pilot. The Crossfire 3, when you're ready to kick it up that elliptical notch. The JFX 2, if you're looking to up your new swoop game. The Leia as the workhorse and dirtwater dirt beast. Or the Petra. The Petra cranks out crazy power and is nothing short of a record breaker. But hey, it's not always about speed either. Take the Kraken. Built as a low pack volume canopy specifically with wingsuiting in mind, she gives you all the performance you're looking for with the reliability you need that'll have you itching for that next formation, rodeo, or puffy cloud. So, the equipment is top-of-the-line kick-ass stuff as you already know, but how about the team? Well, the customer service gang is there to sort you out whenever you need them. Maddie and Beto are always there to help with Jen holding the reins. They're available for you at sales@nzaerosports.com, and they've got a kick-ass live chat tool on the website if you're wanting to hit someone up right away. These are the crew you're going to want to talk to get those custom orders in. With the stock nylon, once you know what you want, they'll have that shit on a FedEx truck as soon as the credit card machine says approved and get you in the air in no time. For your custom orders, you'll be able to get a time frame for building and shipping when you design it, so get to it. And demos. They've got demos in the US available from their partner Rock Sky Market. The whole US demo fleet is there with Sapphire 3, Crossfire 3, Kraken, JFX2, and Leia canopies in a range of sizes. They also offer student and tandem demos in the US. Bottom line, every step of the way, NZ Aerosports is there to get you what you need, and I personally couldn't be happier to be teamed up with them here on Lunatic Fringe. And now, time to get started with Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, brought to you proudly by NZ Aerosports. Fuck yeah!
Coming straight from the cockpit, it's another episode of Lunatic Fringe with the fucking pilot.
Ready, set, go! Back in the can for another edition of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void. Before we even get started, cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Salute.
Salute, mon ami.
Nice, nice. Who the fuck are you? And what do you do?
Good evening, Mr. Dean.
Yeah.
Well, they call me Alberto Albe.
Alberto.
the second Italian in Skydive Dubai after Mas.
Nice. Yeah. Mas is the prince of Italians in Skydive Dubai.
Apparently, yes. And then I'm the second one.
Nice.
right
Nice.
after him.
So you jump out of airplanes.
Yes, I do. On a daily basis.
Working tandem instructor, AFF, all that shit?
Yeah, well, let's say tandem instructor and videographer.
Okay.
AFF, yes, but at the Palm we don't really do that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that'd be a tough place to do AFF.
Yeah,
It'd be a
I would-
hilarious place.
That would be nice, but the rescue boat, I don't think it would be pretty
You have
busy.
to have a whole lot more fucking boats. All right, so you jump out of airplanes for a living, but
Not a worst job, huh?
no,
not a worse
it's not a bad job. I mean, there's a reason it kept me in the sport for 27 years now. It's been a while. But how did you get started? Because especially in Europe, I'm always surprised at how many Europeans are into skydiving because Europe's not exactly known for the greatest weather to jump out of airplanes. So how old were you? How'd you get started? How was that first
Well,
jump?
there was a long time ago already, like 2008.
Long time. Fuck off. God damn.
No, well, I guess like everyone did the tandem jump
All right.
with a friend of mine. First time we tried that.
What was the reason? I mean, was this something that you really wanted to do, or was
Not
this...
really, like just came out. So it was funny. The day before the tandem, we went for a hike. Me and a friend of mine, and on the way up, we met this guy. Who was a skydiver,
Okay.
but in the army. So we started talking about skydiving jumps. Like no idea about that. Like
Yeah, yeah.
never seen that before. And we're talking about that. The next day, I went to see my grandparents, which they lived close to a drop zone. And I was seeing these people jumping like from a plane.
Really?
Yeah, I said like, oh wow, let's go there and see like the landings, what they do, no? I went to the drop zone, and I was like, I want to try that.
Really?
And I called my friend, the guy like we did the hike the day before.
Yeah.
Like, let's try this. Let's do a tandem jump.
Now, did you know before
I'm-
talking to that guy that there was a drop zone next to your grandparents?
It was like a very small drop zone. I knew that before, but they never really like. They were small operation, and, like
Yeah.
you don't really see many people jumping there. It was like you don't see many canopies jumping.
Sure.
Line. The day was like I saw them. I met the guy the day before, and like, okay, let's go check it out.
Nice.
And we went there, and yeah, we did a tandem.
So the same guy that you were on the hike with jumped with you as well?
It was at the drop zone, yeah,
Nice.
and we just did the tandem. And
How was it?
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I landed and I booked the FF course for like after 2 weeks. I was already doing the FF course.
Nice.
So
I kind of did the same thing, although I had a lot of weather and shit got in my way, so it took me like a month before I actually got to make the jump, so I had all that time to be nervous. But when I landed from that first jump, I was sick to my stomach because the parachute ride got to me, but I had loved
really?
it. Oh, yeah.
One of those guys? You're one of those
I
guys?
was one of those that almost puked. I got real quiet at the bottom of the skydive.
Yeah.
But we land, and it was so amazing. I walked in and basically said, here's my credit card, charge it till it says declined. Like, this is fucking what I want to do. You know, I'm
Yeah.
going to go jump out of airplanes.
That's exactly what I said. After my first FF jumps, I landed. I was like, I want to do this. Like,
Nice.
I need to find a way to do this.
Yeah.
Really.
And you're how old at the time?
I was 18.
18 years old.
18 years old, yeah.
Fuck, that's my only regret in skydiving is that I didn't make my first jump until I was 27.
Really?
Yeah, I started late. Big time. So at 18, what did your family think?
My father didn't want to give me the money for like, no, you cannot do this. Like, it's too dangerous. So many, you think
Yeah.
about so many.
Of course.
It's too dangerous. You cannot do it. And thank God I was stubborn. I didn't listen to him.
Nice.
And,
Nice.
I guess that they changed my life forever.
Was there a plan before skydiving came into your life? I mean, were you like, I'm going to do this when I grow up? Or were you like,
no
most
idea.
of us?
Like one of the, 18 years old guys. Like, I
I
have
don't
no
know,
idea what I'm
fucking
going to do with my
clue.
life.
Nice. How about mom and grandparents? Were they okay with the fact that you were jumping out of airplanes? Or were they like, what the fuck are you doing?
Not really. Yeah, they were like, no, it's too dangerous and
Yeah.
don't do that.
Well, because Italian families are quite close, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair. So I can imagine that they're a little bit more protective, and then all of a sudden you're going and jumping out of airplanes.
Yeah, at the beginning they were not really. No, it was super scared.
Yeah. Well, so
They didn't really want me to do that, but
they're scared
never
about
give
it.
up.
They didn't want to pay for it. How'd you manage to keep jumping?
thank God back then I was already working.
What were you doing?
I was into like construction, like we were doing luxury mosaics.
Okay.
I don't know if it makes like I don't know if in English you say that like
Yeah.
mosaics. No, you say that
Yeah, mosaic. Yeah.
mosaic.
Yeah.
I was doing that, and thank God I was already working, so I could actually spend the money I was making.
Yeah.
Pretty much 99% of the money I was making, and
Sure.
I was spending back in the skydive.
Of course. Now, what part of Italy was this?
It was North Italy, on the north. Yeah,
Okay, for Americans, where is that?
near Torino, near the Alps.
Okay.
North near. Yeah, Turin. It's a
fucking
big city. I don't think you have an idea about it.
I do, only because I've flown over it with
Okay.
a naked Kiwi.
Oh, yeah. Naked Kiwi?
Yeah, when I had to take the Twin Otter to Switzerland, and I flew
Oh,
with
okay.
Taihuka.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
With that,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So we flew from Dubai through Saudi to Greece. And
Oh, I
then
remember that. That
up
was what, 3
all
or
of
4 years
Italy.
ago, no?
Yeah, it was 3 years ago. A little
Yeah.
over 3 years ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've flown right over where you were learning how to skydive.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
such a stunning area.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very nice. Like I travel many places around the world, but like Italy is
Yeah.
stunning. It's beautiful. I love mountains, so
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I'm very lucky to.
Now, how long did it take in the sport? I mean, different people handle it different ways. A lot of people, skydiving is very overloading. You know, you only see what's right in front of your face.
Yeah.
How long before you were soaking in the views over someplace like Italy? Was it a while, or were you pretty soon going, holy shit, this is gorgeous?
I was like the drop zone was next to the like all the Alps, all the chain like Alps chain,
Oh, fucking hell.
and now amazing. Like it's not because it was my home drop zone, but it was one of the best views I ever seen in skydiving.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean,
And then of course, like every skydiver, after many jumps, you just get used to the view and it becomes normal. But still, like pretty lucky that I started there
yeah.
instead of like some other places all flat and nothing.
For
to see.
sure.
There was like
I mean,
Good.
there's definitely places that are prettier than others, but does it ever get normal? It hasn't to me yet. I mean, even a bunch of cornfields laid out below you at 13,000 feet is pretty fucking cool.
oh no, of course, yeah, true, yeah.
It's pretty epic.
Especially if you jump like next to the mountains, it's, I think better than the sea. And
Yeah.
the view, it never gets old too.
How about the season? What's the weather like learning how to jump in a place like that?
The winter was horrible. Like I mean, we were jumping minus 30 degrees, and I wouldn't do it now.
Yeah.
But back then I was like, oh yeah, let's do this jump, let's do
Yeah.
this, let's do this. And
Yeah.
just like a belly jump for like 60 seconds, staring at the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
But it was pretty cold.
Well, those were the old jokes, right? I mean, those are what they jokingly call the D license holds. Like all the A and Bs can go jump because you're fucking too stupid to know you should stay on the ground.
You know, yeah. And we're jumping in the wind, like January, we're jumping in the snow, landing like in the snow, like sometimes like fucked up the landing,
Yeah.
just like rolling in the snow, and yeah. But I mean, part of the progress, you know,
Yeah,
the
of course.
process, you know, you do that.
So now you go out and you do the tandem, you're working construction to help pay for the habit and everything. But at what point do you go, this is what I want to do?
Well, straight away, I was like, I want to do that. And then, of course, it takes a while because before
Yeah.
start to do video,
Yeah.
become instructor, takes like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But I was lucky that the drop zone there saw me as the young fella, really motivated, like keen to push it.
Sure.
So they helped me as well, you know, I was like sign up for videos after like 6 months.
Nice.
And it helped me a lot, you know, like staying in the community, be part of the staff.
Yeah.
And then, like after 3 years, I had enough jumps and I became instructor. I have instructor and tandem instructor after 3 years.
Now, what are the limits in Italy for how many jumps you have to be an instructor or camera flyer?
It was like 200 for camera flyer, like
Okay.
I guess everywhere like this. And half was 500 and tandems as well, like 500, but you had to wait 3 years. So
Yeah.
I had like, I wait for 3 years, and then as soon as I was ready for that, back then I had like 800 jumps. I started the tandem course.
Jesus, man. I mean,
But I was like, I guess back then I was one of the youngest instructor in Italy. Like I was
Really?
21, I was already like tandem instructor, FF instructor. Like it was pretty cool.
yeah, fuck yeah, it is, man.
And then they start calling me like around the drops, like around, I went working 3 or 4 places. I was like, for me, it was like, it was already a dream.
Yeah.
I was like jumping in like on the weekend, kind of like my second job. And I was like 21, 22 already, like FF, tandem. I was like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I was lucky because I
pretty
got
nice.
started so many years ago that a lot of the rules that are in place nowadays didn't exist. Because the first video I ever shot, I want to say I had 27 jumps. The first time I put a proper camera helmet on my head, I was shooting tandem videos with 100 skydives.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it was ridiculous. But I waited forever to get my tandem rating because I was terrified of the idea of being a tandem instructor because you were jumping the old Vector tandem rigs with the F-111 canopies that just ripped people out of the sky. And I'm like, I fucking never want to do that shit. That looks horrible. And then my boss at the time was like, you're going to fucking do it or you're going to go find another job.
So, you had to do that.
Yeah, so I had to. But
I mean, if you think about it now, it's cool, no? Like all this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I look back at it now, and if you ask me my favorite way to skydive, it's tandems. I fucking loved them, man. They were a blast.
I love tandems as well.
It's
Even
so
now,
much
like
fun.
after so many years, I know some people maybe they're like, yeah, it's not really skydiving. It's like another thing, but I love tandems.
Yeah,
I had so much fun with that.
It's a different kind of skydiving, but I'll be damned if it's not skydiving. It's fucking skydiving. It's just somebody else's skydiving, and you're giving them the tour. You know, but it's a super cool experience.
You get to meet so many people, different countries, different like mentality, like people that are freaking out. People are so happy. Like it's amazing.
Well, and I love it. You're getting famous one person at a time. They'll never remember your name. Most of them will never remember what the fuck you look like, but they will all remember the skydive you took them on, which is cool, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Even if they didn't like it.
Yeah.
Maybe especially if they didn't like it, but it's a fun way to go. It really is.
How many years you jumped? You did tandem for how many years?
Oh shit. 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I started to taper off as soon as I started flying. But I was balancing between the two. And then when I was flying, the first couple of years I was flying the Otter, we'd have weekdays that the Otter wasn't flying. And so for a few extra bucks, I would chuck drogues and do tandems. But you know how it is, man. Tandems are hard on you.
Yeah, I know pretty well. But I mean, after a while, you just get used to it.
Yeah.
Try to be in shape and
carry
on, no? Keep going strong.
Well, you learn how to abbreviate your drogue throw because your shoulder doesn't work the way it used to. I mean, there's a lot of old skydivers listening to this going, yeah, you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I did, I want to say a little over 8,000 tandems.
Not bad.
That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. That's a lot of meat if you go pound for pound. That's a lot of bodies. So that's a lot of bodies. That's why I transitioned into taking you guys up in the plane instead of one at a time. I'll just do it 20 at a time. There you go. A little bit easier.
I remember you were telling me back then in cross skis, you were doing like what, 20 jumps a day, 25?
25 a day, yeah. So if you didn't do at least 100 jumps a week, you were pissed.
No way.
You know, this is back when I was working with Rob Stanley and Jacko and Mark Norman and this crazy crew.
All the legends.
Oh, yeah, man. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you'd do 75 to 80 jumps.
That's insane.
In 3 days. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Even for us, we jump a lot, but still, like, we do max, 10 jumps a day?
Yeah.
But think about, like, doing 20, 25?
Oh,
I've never done that. My
record
record is like 15
in
a day.
No, so we did the unofficial world record back in the day because the owner didn't bother to do the whole Guinness Book thing. But the unofficial record was we did 407 tandems in a day. I think the day record 407. The day record was set by Jacko, who did either 31 or 32 tandems,
of course.
And I did 29.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it was. We thought we were being smart about it because the way that they did it, they just did cattle groups. So they'd gear up a bunch of people and put them in a pen, and you just grab a student and get on the plane. No introduction. Somebody else has briefed them, somebody else has geared them up. So you're checking shit as you're on the plane.
So what do you do? You land, you just grab the first one you see.
Absolutely. You land, you drop a rig, you run.
You won't get the 120 kilo student. Huh?
Oh, no, that's why you run.
Because of the...
So it's Jackson, me, and maybe one or two other smart people are like running like hell and grabbing every cute girl all the way, which was great until it's like 2:00 in the afternoon and there's nothing but a bunch of fat, pissed off guys that are not happy that you've run past them half a dozen times to grab the cute girls.
Yeah.
And I remember my last guy was my 29th one, and I grabbed him and I said, "Hey, my name's Dean. I'm probably going to throw up on you." Because all I did, it was sponsored by Red Bull. So all I did was drink Red Bull and eat Snickers bars all fucking day. I was so bad. So bad. But yeah, then average day at Cross Keys, it was 25 a day. You were just go big time. And
That's
then
insane.
yeah, it was crazy. Oh, and the most flying I ever did was at Chicagoland skydiving, flying 40 otter loads in a day. And how I did that, I have no clue.
Never got out from a plane, no?
Yeah.
Always in the plane.
Oh yeah. Well, you just get out to pee and fuel at the same time with the engines running. Like the airstrip at Chicago had a separate place you landed to get gas by yourself. So I would set the brakes, engines running, and go stand next to the spinning prop with the fueling it and peeing at the same time every 5 or 6 loads until I had done 40 loads.
That's amazing.
Yeah, never again.
Never again, no?
Oh, no.
Done that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So you what was your first rating? Was you started video, but then you got your tandem rating first?
Start video and then FF.
AFF first?
FF first.
Fuck me, dude. That's not an easy course.
Yeah, but I was like kind of lucky because I started to do like wind tunnel as well. I had my belly team.
Oh, you fucking tunnel rats.
Yeah, so I got some good skills like on belly. I was doing belly competition, so that helped me a lot. So yeah, FF and then tandems.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I did my AFF course after I had had a fair amount of tandems and video, and it's still that course is tough.
Yeah.
That's the hardest way to skydive, man. Hats off to
yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot, you know.
Absolutely. I remember a guy in the course that I was in was complaining because he failed a level, saying that his evaluator did something during free fall that a student would never have the skill to do.
Yeah.
And the evaluator's like, you will never believe the shit you will see students do on AFF jumps.
I know. Every jump is a surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Every jump something different, something happens. Like you need to get ready for the worst, for sure.
Oh, yeah. But some of them are so much fun, too.
I know. Of course it's fun, yeah.
Even as from a pilot's perspective, too, because I get to watch the counts, and I've actually watched somebody accidentally jump back into the plane.
Yeah,
which
I had that as well.
pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then I had one that shook. She was a single instructor, and she managed to shake her instructor who went and she didn't. And she comes up to the front of the plane. They were the last exit. She comes up to the front of the plane and says, I'm by myself. Should I leave? I'm like, no, you should put your seatbelt on. We're going to go ahead and go back down.
Nah, it's crazy. You see many things on tandems for sure, but it's easier. As soon as you have more experience, you just get used and you're ready for that. But like FF is like, wow.
Yeah.
So many surprises, like exit, like...
You never know.
You never know. Yeah, you never know.
Do you have any tandems that stand out in your memory as the crazier tandems that you've done?
No, not really. I mean, you see every kind of people, emotions, like everything, but not really. Like it's always a surprise. Yeah. But like, not really crazy stuff.
Fair enough. Well, I think the training and the equipment has gotten to the point now, too, though, that if you're an experienced tandem instructor now, you've kind of, it's, I don't want to say it's easier, but there's a lot of experience ahead of you that's taught to get to the level that we're at.
Now, the thing is, like, if you get used and then you just get comfortable, and then as soon as you have, like, the little girl, it's like, that's another easy one.
Yeah.
Boom.
No, never is.
Never. No. You go back and like, okay, maybe it's never the same, no? Every time is different.
No, if you want them steady and easy, 180-pound guy that's no more than, slightly shorter than me, perfect every time.
Yeah.
We're going belly to earth every time. That's a piece of cake. It's funny though. So I mean, you've done tandems now for quite some time in a hotter climate.
That's what, like been a while. Yeah.
We've been working together for
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck me, 9 years. Man.
Yeah, bro.
So summer's in the heat. I only catch the smell up in the cockpit. You guys get it back in the cabin. I have my flight bag with air freshener that I spray.
I know.
Liberally.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And I mean, I did tandems in Vegas as well, but holy shit, man.
Yeah. Especially around this area.
That's this part of tandems. It gets so fucking hot. And people are nervous, and maybe they've had a couple of drinks the night before, and they don't realize that all comes out your pores when you're getting ready to jump.
That's why, like, between that and between like different people are like.
Yeah.
That's why we have the strongest immune system.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah,
I never get sick.
we did great during COVID because I mean, this is the most multicultural place I've ever lived.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure about that.
yeah.
Like never get sick. I think one of the reasons is like we always jump with different people. Like we get all the shit coming
Sure.
out. We get very close to these people, and yeah, we're just used to that.
Yeah.
Like our immune system is like a gladiator.
Yeah, for sure. Now, after 9 years working in this region, our season is flipped completely backwards to most of the rest of the world. Because as soon as it hits summer in this region, most of the staff takes their vacations because it's too fucking hot.
Yeah.
We've had the opportunity to do some amazing traveling. I mean, hell, we've hiked up together to the top of a volcano in Bali. Come on.
Yeah, that was
cool
cool,
was
huh?
that? Right?
There was like what 2017.
Something like that. Oof, my God.
There was amazing. We had like 15, 20 people from.
Yeah, we took over one of the islands and had an amazing time. I mean, all of that stuff.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You remember when we went to, it wasn't the big monkey forest in Ubud.
Oh, I remember that very well.
That fucking monkey that stole my glasses.
Oh, you found it like on the other side of the forest.
Yeah, he stole my glasses, bent them up into a pretzel,
I
and
still
then
have a
put
picture. I still have a picture of that.
It put my glasses in the middle of the path for me to find after he fucked up my glasses.
Yeah, I remember that. I
damn
still have a
monkeys.
picture, bro. It was crazy.
So out of the 9 years, how many years have you left here and gone somewhere else to skydive, and how many have you just gone, you know something, I need a break?
I guess I went, like I was in Dubai, jumped in Italy, jumped US, jumped in Spain. Like, yeah, I had many breaks, and I kept jumping around the world as well
Nice.
in my breaks.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to jump somewhere else as well, that's good.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Well, it's different stuff for sure. Now, this time around, you were hard charging for the last, year?
Yeah.
Because you had a goal in mind.
Yeah.
What was all that about?
There was the downward record.
Yes. That's a big fucking goal, man.
There was, yeah, like if you asked me like 1 year ago if I was capable and to do that, I was like, no way, like that's impossible. And then we're lucky that we had the right people, had the right time, and everything started last year with the Dubai UAE record for the biggest formation done in UAE.
Yep.
And then we just kept going. Like we kept training in the tunnel, we kept jumping until like something like the world record was like, okay, maybe we can try that. We can go for a tryout.
Sure.
And me and other few people from the staff, we went for the tryouts, and I actually got the golden ticket, the invitation for the world record. I was like, no way.
How amazing is that?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, wow.
Well, you and a bunch of people went full on. I mean, you were in the tunnel all the time.
Yes.
You were even doing tunnel competitions and stuff like that, because it wasn't just about training for the big way. You were also having fun doing shit in the tunnel.
I really love that, yeah. I love doing competition. I love flying the tunnel. I love like fly with the guys. Like we had our core team, like always like the same people flying together. It's insane. It's fun. Nice. We have like, it's just fun. And plus, like, it's good. Share the time. It's kind of cheaper.
Yeah.
If you share the time, and good thing you improved as well. You know, it's our job, so it's nice to be skilled.
Well, we're spoiled in this region too, when we've got two of the biggest tunnels in the world.
We are very lucky. Yeah, we are very lucky. We have all the facilities like so many people dream of. Like we have it here all together. Like best drop zone, like best tunnel, best coaches, like so many good things.
Were you flying with Olga?
Yeah, we fly together sometimes.
Oh, how did you not end up bloody like her? I give her such a hard time.
She's good.
I just had her on the podcast, and then she and I were supposed to hang out, but she's gotten big into the Muay Thai.
Oh yeah. Oh, she gets like she's a machine.
Yeah,
she's insane. I wish I had her discipline.
Absolutely,
like, motivate. Like she can. It's funny thing. We met her the other day in the morning.
Yeah,
she was doing breakfast there, and like, so what do you have to? Like, oh yeah, I just ran 21K. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I just came back from half marathon. You know, like, wow.
Well, you know what I love about it too is
She's a machine.
she'll do something like
She's
the half
insane.
marathon, but somewhere in the middle of a half marathon, she'll make sure that there's a picture of her where she almost looks model-esque as she's
Yeah, of course.
almost jogging along with no sweat when most of the rest of us would be fucking dying.
I'm dying after 3K. I'm already dying. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
No, she's another level. Really.
Absolutely.
She's wow.
But then she keeps us entertained because she shows up at the drop zone with sore ribs and a black eye because she got kicked in the head by another instructor doing Muay Thai.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
She manages to survive some of the craziness in skydiving, but if she's involved in something on the ground, it's a guarantee she's going to fuck herself up.
Yeah. With whooping, with so.
We love you, Olga. We really do.
We really love you all. Yeah.
You are also really good entertainment.
She's one of a kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, without a doubt. So you do all this training as well as having fun while you're working and traveling and all this shit, and then you get the golden ticket and you're going to go to the head down world record.
Yeah. There was in just last month.
Yeah. I mean, were you freaked out on the way over there?
Yeah.
I would have been shitting my pants.
Yeah, I was sure it was going to be like an amazing experience, but at the same time, even though like you do so many jumps, you jumps every day, you have thousands and thousands of jumps.
Right.
That's another thing, like the pressure, like to see, like it was. I was on the way on the plane, I was like, I'm scared I'm gonna fuck it up.
Sure.
Something's gonna happen.
Sure.
I'm gonna be that guy that maybe 199 people close, and I'm gonna be that guy that it doesn't. Yeah, really, I was thinking all about these things.
Yeah, I'm the one fucking Italian way in the background of that picture.
No, for sure. And then I was thinking, oh, they're gonna see my green helmet. I should change the helmet. I should get a black one. So they're not. They're not gonna notice me.
I mean, it has to be super intimidating. It has to be.
Yeah. And then of course you're there between all the strongest flyers in the world.
Yeah.
All the organizers, the Skydive Chicago guys, the SD Corps, and like, wow. I mean, you're super excited because you're like, wow, I'm here with these guys.
Yeah.
But in the other hand, I'm like, wow, I'm doing this for the first time, and it's scary, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was thinking about the landings. I was thinking about the break off, like so many things going on.
You know, what's funny is that I've talked to a bunch of people that have done big wave stuff like that, and you ask them the things that they're nervous about, and the last thing anybody mentions is getting killed. I'm worried I'm not going to make my slot. I'm worried I'm going to fuck something else up. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And I might die, but that's way in the back.
No, you don't think. No, you think about it. Maybe you get there and you're off level, and then you get to the wrong sector, and then when we do the debrief, they're gonna be looking at you and like so many things, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but like can't wait to do it again.
Nice.
Like, unfortunately, it wasn't built the 200 way, so they're gonna try it again in 3 years, I guess.
Sure.
And for sure, I'm gonna go through all the tryouts and
why not?
I wanna do that again. It was one of the best experiences I had in my life.
The coolest fucking things about skydiving is that it's not age restrictive, right? As long as you take good care of yourself, you could have a 65-year-old trying to do the world down.
To be honest, it was impressive. Like, there were people there, they were like 50, 55.
Yeah.
And they were still like 200
I like that you say that like it sounds really fucking old because I'm almost 54, so fuck you.
No, but that's, you know, if you think about like, it's crazy, you know?
No, I know what you mean. I don't take it personally. I have a fucking gray beard almost to my nipples.
Yeah,
right
but you
now,
look great,
so
Dean. You look great.
It does look pretty good.
I know.
I'll give you that. But yeah, no. It's really cool that it's not age restrictive and it's completely accepting of everybody from every walk of life, as long as you've got the skill to pull off what they need.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the great equalizer.
That's why they do all the tryouts. You go there and basically, they see your skill. They see like what you do, if you're capable to fly the formation, if you're safe enough.
Sure.
It's cool they do that before, of course. They have
not to mention
they have to, yeah.
It's fucking Skydive Chicago. Have you been before?
Just for the tryouts in June.
Okay.
And then, of course, like in August for the record.
Come on.
But no, that was insane. It's funny because at the same time they were running 100 way sequential belly, 200 way down, tandem operation, half F, and fun jumpers.
Yeah.
I was like, how they do that?
Amazing.
No, that was insane. Like, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
that operation and Rook Nelson and the crew that have put that place together and built it up over the years.
Rook is a legend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, a legend born of legends. I mean, everybody knows Roger Nelson's story, and Melissa Nelson's written all about him and everything. And I was just talking to a guy by the name of Guy Manos, whose episode I think will air just before yours does, who wrote the movie Drop Zone, wrote the movie Cutaway, did the movie Cliffhanger, all this stuff. And he's back there in the Roger Nelson days. And he and I talked briefly about the fact that skydiving got all its really cool toys and big planes because we were running a bunch of fucking drugs. I love the history in that. You know, it's the cocaine cowboy era that was bringing over the DC-3 to let skydivers jump out of it so that it looked respectable so that they could then take off from there and go run a bunch of pot and cocaine around the world. And you're like, yeah, that sounds about right.
I have few stories, yeah.
That sounds about right, you know. But they've turned it into such this amazing event and an amazing drop zone. It's fucking incredible.
That was wow.
We used to, when I was working for the competition, CSC, not really competition, but almost, I mean, they compete and don't compete because CSC is a medium-sized drop zone and Skydive Chicago is huge. But we would fly our staff over for every 4th of July for the fireworks displays that Skydive Chicago would put on. And, you know, they would fly for the parties over there. And all of the staff from CSC would go jump at Summerfest after they'd been working all fucking weekend chucking drogues at CSC. So it was great because it was just such a huge event. I mean, just enormous.
Summerfest, yeah, I would love to do that. Maybe next year.
You never know.
Yeah, I never know.
Summerfest is something else.
Apparently one of the coolest events you can do, in skydiving.
I've only been to the parties. I've never jumped there.
Oh, really?
I've never made a jump at Skydive Chicago.
Never?
No. Well, I was I was flying hardcore for the competition, and when I jumped, I was chucking drogues. Because I kind of sidelined. After I stepped back from skydiving and got into flying full time, after a 12-hour day of flying, you think you're going to get me to the drop zone on a day off? Fuck
I mean, I saw you a few times.
Yeah.
I saw you a few times coming, maybe helping Paul.
Different here, though.
Yeah.
Different here in a different pace because you're not flying 40 loads, you know, or 35 loads. You know, after a 12-load day, I can manage to go out the next day and go do a couple of hop and pops and have some
After
fun.
40, maybe not.
Yeah.
Only thing you want is just chill.
Absolutely. Well, it was Junior, David Ludwig, that actually got me in the air after a 4-year break because we had one of the big competitions going on here, and there was a day where the staff could go fun jump. And he's like, dude, you want to make a jump? And I got nervous. I'm like, skydive? You mean jump out? Really? Holy shit. You know, and went and made a jump and realized, oh, that's right. I can just go be a fun jumper. I don't have to like do tandems or AFF.
Yeah.
I can just go flail around and have fun and be the guy that fucks up the skydive. So it's nice, you know? Yeah, it's really entertaining. So now you've got the big wave potentially that you're going to want to do again in 3 years or so.
For sure.
And you've gotten bitten by the competition bug. Where do you think that's going to lead you? I mean, what type of competition stuff do you daydream about, or are there plans?
Well, now we have a VFS team. We're actually talking about do some international competition on VFS.
Oh, yeah?
But, yeah, let's see what's going on next season.
Nice.
Maybe we're going to do that.
Nice.
Stay current and just improve the level.
So now all these years later, what do the family think of your jumping now? Because now it's a career.
They just got used, and I guess they're kind of like proud of me.
Nice.
After so many years.
Have you taken any of them on jumps?
Just my 2 brothers.
So you've taken your brothers. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I don't even know how many years ago it was. And I've talked about it on the podcast many times. My daughter was introduced to the sport of skydiving very young, but didn't jump. Thank fuck for all the young years. But she was head over heels in love with Jacko, who more women on the planet than anybody else.
Of course.
Fuck that guy.
Who doesn't love Jacko?
Fuck that guy, yeah. So she was in love with Jacko, and Jacko was working here doing jumps, but he happened to be on vacation. So he wasn't going to be around to take my daughter, and she's coming for vacation. And I'm like, all right, I want her to have the most amazing time, which rules out 2 things. A, I'm not taking her on a tandem because I would, A, have to get recurrent, and B, the thought of taking my kid on a tandem was really scary, to be honest. Too much responsibility. I'm like, and B, and I want to make sure she has the best time she possibly can. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to give her to the tall, built, handsome Italian guy because I know she'll fucking love it. But I'm also going to make sure he knows that I will have him murdered.
Yep. I remember that. I think you text me like on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to jump with my daughter, but...
Yeah. I'm
remember
like,
that.
I really want you to take my daughter
Just a
on
couple of
tandem.
things, Alberto.
Yeah. These are the things that are not going to fucking happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember that. No, but to be honest, I remember I was like super happy. I was like, wow, he trusts me. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy about it. I was like,
Well,
wow.
'cause I knew
Especially
that-
coming from you.
I knew you were going to be able to show her
amazing.
an entertaining time, and I knew especially because I think she was just 18 at the time. So the 18-year-old girl is going to want to go show all her friends the handsome tandem instructor that took her on a skydive and all this stuff, and then I'm the super cool dad that
Yeah. We
sat.
even took a selfie in the plane, I remember.
Yeah, but I couldn't even. I was so nervous, I couldn't even fly the fucking plane. I had to sit co-pilot. I don't know what that says about me, but I was so nervous about my own kid making the jump. The second time around, when she came and made a second jump, I actually jumped out on a sport rig and flew with her a little bit, which was fun. But yeah, that first time, I'm like, nope, just radio that the parachutes are
And
open.
then she kept jumping? Or
No, she's only done 2.
2 tandems?
Yeah, which is fine. That's fine.
Enough?
Yeah, it's enough. She doesn't need to
For
get
now.
hit by the bug. Yeah.
She doesn't want to do FF or... No?
No, not her thing. Not
No.
her thing.
Well, at least you should try it.
Which is, well, they say the kids tend to split opposite directions of the parents, which is fine because I'm a retired fucking stripper that skydives.
Yeah.
I'm good with her. I'm fucking good with her not following in my footsteps.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, and I'll never forget I had the culture has changed quite a lot in skydiving in many, many very good ways. And we're also working in a culture that is not as party-esque as like in the United States, which is also good. But my old friend Weasel, way, way, way back in the day, said what is one of the most crude and true comments ever for a father to a daughter. If you don't want your daughter fucked, don't take her to a drop zone. Because
Yeah, we know many stories now.
that's the way it used to be. Again, luckily it's changing, but it used to be. And
Do you think it's changing?
yes and no, because I see now more families, more married couples, and more boyfriend-girlfriend situations in drop zones than I remember when I was growing up in the sport. Because when I was growing up in the sport, it wasn't your girl or guy, it was just your turn.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Just your turn.
Yeah. Skydive Cross Keys was the most incestuous drop zone I've ever been. I mean, 1 degree of separation. So technically, I've had sex with Jacko because we've gone the same route. But so in that way, yeah, I think it has changed. I think it's not nearly as crazy party vibe as it used to be when it's a working drop zone. Not to say that it doesn't get over the top. Of course it does. But I think also skydivers now tend to take their wild side away from the operation.
Yeah, fair enough, especially if you're a professional and you work in skydiving.
Yes.
You want to avoid,
Well, in
you want to avoid
skydiving,
any problem.
skydiving now is mainstream, very
Yeah.
mainstream. It's
Yeah.
big business. I mean, we know that just in the operation that we worked in together for 9 years. We're talking huge business, and the reputation counts.
Reputation, the name. And, yeah.
So if you want to go do stupid things, you go do it as a landlubber somewhere way far away from the operation that has nothing to do with skydiving because it needs that. And I
Yes.
think that's a very good thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially now the social media era and internet and
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck there was
everything stays there then.
Thank fuck there were no camera phones when my shit got started. Yeah,
probably a good thing, huh?
Yeah, it's very, very good. Very, very good. So VFS for sure is
100%.
like a passion,
I love that.
and being able to get back to the big way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I hope that even in Dubai after the UAE record, we still gonna do something bigger. Hopefully next year or in 2 years, we keep going. It's challenging. Keeps people wanted to train
Sure.
for that. You have a goal, you know.
Well, and
At
I
least
mean,
was for me. And
Sure.
I see even my colleagues, like my friends, if they have a goal, they keep going. They keep spending money because at the end, skydiving,
yeah,
it's expensive, you know. Like, and if you have that goal, big ways, you fly in the tunnel, you keep fun jumping, and yeah, keeps you moving.
I mean, anybody that's in the sport learns very, very quickly that if you're in the sport, you're in it for the love of it. It's not for the money.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're in a place where you can actually make good money, but we're also in a place that stokes the passion for it, which means you're just putting it all back in anyway.
My girlfriend knows it very well.
Does she jump?
Yeah, we jumped 3 times together.
She's an active jumper?
No.
Oh, so you've taken on 3 times.
We only did tandems 3 times.
What is
over
she?
the pond. And actually, I took her for my jump number 10,000.
Nice.
We did a tandem, big weight tandem actually. We had like, I think it was like full load, me with her, and then 17 people around us.
Nice.
That was sick.
Those are cool. I've actually been lucky enough to do a few of those. I took a wife on a husband-wife anniversary. He was an up jumper. She did the tandem, and it was me taking her on the tandem in a big round.
Yeah.
Super, super cool.
That was insane. I mean, for me, it was amazing. I can imagine for her, like, the visual of like having like 17, 18 people flying around us.
All grinning at you. Yeah.
It was amazing.
You
don't see that every day, yeah?
No.
It's
unreal.
Pretty unique.
Yes, absolutely. And which is an amazing thing to be able to say when you're a working professional skydiver and you're like, all right, that shit was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Then it was
and plus
pretty
I was
damn
celebrating my jump number 10,000, which if I think about it, like, wow.
It boggles the mind. Right?
Yeah. Because when you start, of course, you see the people with, 100 jumps, like, wow, I want to get to 100 jumps.
Yeah.
And then you see the people with 1,000 jumps. Wow, like, I want to get to 1,000. And then you just keep going. And like, now I'm like almost 17,500, 18,000 jumps. Like, wow, it's been a long run.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Still many more years to go. I guess.
I did the same thing with flying because I recently am semi-retired anyway. Semi-retired. We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
But I mean, over 14,000 hours flying, almost all of it jumpers, and I did the math and takeoffs and landings, probably 40,000 plus, and in jump runs. Because, I mean, in the desert operation that we've jumped at, sometimes I would do 8 jump runs a load all day long. So I've probably flown 50,000 jump runs.
That's a crazy number if you think.
You don't even, it's...
like crazy. Like for pilots, for skydivers here in Dubai, like when you meet people from like outside Dubai, you talk about like the numbers we do here, they can't believe it.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, like, wow, we really, like last year we did 2,000 jumps.
Yeah.
Like, 2,000 jumps in one season, it's a lot.
That's a whole lot of jumps. Yeah.
Many people do this in a lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
And we did it in 10 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Which it's still, the cool thing about it is it's still never a commonplace thing. Because I don't know about you. Obviously, I had a little bit more access sitting in the cockpit. I've got thousands of pictures on my phone off of jump run or descending down or the faces in the back. What other job on the planet do you go, oh, fuck, I need a picture of this? I don't know anybody in an office that's like, I need a picture of the computer.
Yeah.
No, of course not. I mean, so we're very
honestly,
lucky.
Sometimes I still think like, is this really my job? Like, really?
Oh, believe me, all the time. I mean, I'm sitting in a fucking converted itty bitty little bedroom turned into a studio talking to somebody about jumping out of airplanes because that's what we've been lucky enough to do forever.
I know. No, we are very lucky. Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
Sometimes, of course, after a while you get used, but then you think about it like, wow, we do this every day. We have fun every day. We have like the best vibes at work.
Oh, yeah.
We always meet people like super happy.
Yes.
They come to jump. They're like
right.
the best vibes. They're super happy, and it's just amazing.
I don't know of any other profession where the customers are all fucking happy.
Exactly, that's the thing.
Where?
And for us, like we jump with them, we give them something like unique. An experience, like lifetime experience.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's wow.
Yeah, it's pretty damn lucky.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's you try and balance it out and explain to normal people that no, we work our asses off. Like, oh, you don't have a job. Oh, I fucking work.
Yeah.
I've never worked. Most skydivers I know work harder than almost anybody else I can think of. The difference is we like what we do.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's demanding on the body for sure. It's like, it's pretty tough for sure.
How'd you pop your bicep, by the way? Was it jumping?
No. I was trying some calisthenics.
See?
Calisthenics move.
It's the stupid shit we do on the ground.
No, funny thing, like in Dubai, I had like 5 surgeries and none coming from skydiving, just playing football. doing some gym stupid move.
Yeah.
Like all these retarded things.
Oh,
And from skydiving, touching wood, I never had any problem.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I broke my foot walking on flat ground in flip-flops.
Exactly, yeah.
How do you do that?
I broke my hand. I was playing football as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And I broke my hand.
Yeah.
You know?
We were talking just before the podcast. The worst part of my day is trying to get out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It just hurts.
Yeah.
We are fucked when we're officially old. And I'm a lot closer to it than you are. So all I can tell you is be prepared. Enjoy what health you've got now because it's just fucking downhill fast.
Downhill.
Shit starts to hurt, man.
Yeah. Now, of course, for us, like we need to take care of the body for sure, like doing stretching and be active.
Yep.
As I said before, it's demanding.
Yeah.
But if you never stop, I have this idea. Like if you never stop, you keep running, it's easier. As soon as, like for me, example, in through COVID, when we went through the quarantine, I was sitting at home and I never had so much back pain. And like,
Sure.
I felt horrible.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't moving, no?
Absolutely.
And now, like, every day I'm flying the tunnel, like, do 10 jumps a day, 9 jumps a day. I feel great. Of course, you feel tired, but you still
It's
work
a different kind
out.
of pain, though, right?
Exactly. But if you just keep moving, it's fine.
Yeah,
As soon
yeah.
as you stop, you're like, wow.
Oh yeah, there's the pain involved in working out hard or working hard jumping all day, and then there's the pain involved in sitting on your ass on the couch.
Yeah.
And the on the couch pain is much worse.
Worse, yeah.
Oh my God. Much,
Mentally
much worse.
and even for your body, it's like,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah.
And mentally as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and we're so fed with stimulus all the time that just sitting on the couch. I mean, during COVID, I think I watched Netflix, like
all the series.
all of it.
Yeah.
I think I finished the internet.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got to the end.
I think I had my record of playing PlayStation for like 16 hours straight.
Yeah, it's
And
just
thank God after that, I was like, okay, this is enough. I put it on Dubiso. I sold it.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is enough.
I'm
I'm better than that.
I came a gnat's ass away from buying a video game setup and talked myself out of it because I'm like, nope. Once I get started on that, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
wrong road. So,
No, it's funny. Like in COVID, I bought a PlayStation and then I played so many hours, I sold it. And then quarantine again, I was keep going. I bought another one. And then, and then I'm like, no, I'm playing too much. I sold it again.
Yep.
Like, no.
It's not good.
No good. No good.
no,
No,
it's
especially for us, we used to be active and
Yeah.
no, that wasn't good.
It's much more dangerous than jumping out of airplanes.
100%. 100%.
So usually as I wrap things up, I always ask people what advice you give to people that are just getting in the sport, like if they're thinking skydiving might be their thing, what should they be thinking about? And for old fuckers like me that are thinking maybe there's nothing left in the sport for me, what advice do you give to those groups?
Well, for sure, if you start, don't rush. You never stop learning. Like, it's a sport you have to do experience like day by day. You can do so many jumps in like all together, but it's always gonna take years to.
Yeah, we're wrapping up, so you guys got to be able to toast me before this is. There we go. Look at that. All right, cool.
Yeah, I was saying like, so you start jumping, don't rush, don't. I don't know, bro.
Try a bit of everything.
Try a bit of everything, and
I think that's the big thing that most people say is don't try and pigeonhole yourself into one thing. Like don't get into skydiving and decide I just want to be a swooper or I just want to free fly.
No.
Fucking try it all.
exactly. Like, example for me, I start with formation sky flying belly, and then I went a little bit of free fly. I tried the wingsuit, and then of course I got really into like this formation skydiving, flying the tunnel.
Yeah,
But it's good to be like, let's say, complete.
sure.
Have skills for to do everything, not just like one thing. Okay, if you fly belly, but you're not even able to sit fly.
Sure.
You know, like no, it's nice to be like a full
Absolutely.
good in FF tandem, full like kind of like athlete.
Yeah. That was actually one thing I noticed in a jump that you guys did. Don't even ask me when it was, but it was a big-ish way belly jump. And I forget how many people were on it. It may have just been one otter load, but I remember thinking it's because it's a bunch of free flyers and canopy flyers. I'm like, ain't no fucking way these guys are going to get it done. And I was floored because you guys did it.
Yeah.
And obviously that's the tunnel and well-rounded athletes, but in most places, people fly on their belly to open their parachute.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, the belly thing is like for many people, it's like, oh yeah, just boring. Like like you say before. Oh yeah, I go on my belly just when I have to open my parachute.
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I remember getting shit
You can do so many nice things. Like it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, we had one of the previous instructors that work here that had been injured and wasn't able to jump, but he came back out to visit and he did a tandem. And you may remember, and a bunch of us went and jumped on this tandem with him. So he did the tandem skydive, and I'm like, fuck, I want on that.
Yeah.
But I was only known as the pilot. So I think everybody was like, oh, if anybody's going to fuck this up, it's going to be Dean. And I think I was one of the first ones in the formation hanging on, looking at everybody like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you guys. I know how to sky.
Belly's hard.
Yeah, man.
It's hard as well. It's nice to be capable to do that.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff. It's good to do everything.
Yeah. So how about old fuckers like me? Say I decide I'm not sure I want to jump again. How would you tell me I should go jump?
Why you should stop? I mean, like, it's super fun, you know.
Old and broken.
Nah, you're not. You're good, bro. You still have like 20 years to go. Like, come on.
Maybe
all right.
More. All right, I'll take it. 20 more years of jumping. I don't know what the wife's going to do.
I mean, you can go, if you can climb like Everest base camp, for sure you can.
I'll make it back to base camp.
Keep jumping, no?
Yeah. Well, shit, you just did Kilimanjaro, what, last year before?
There was 3 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. Let's keep this stuff up, huh?
That's pretty cool as well.
Nice.
Hiking, mountains, that's my other passions.
Oh, nice. Mountains, jumping out of airplanes.
Not bad.
And look at this. We're at the end of the podcast.
Good.
Holy shit.
Alrighty.
Right? Cheers, man. Fucking smooth as shit. Always good catching up with you, man. We've had a lot of fun over the last 9 years. It's gonna be weird.
Honestly, it was a pleasure. Yeah.
It's gonna be weird watching it all from a distance, but I can't wait to see how the VFS team goes, and I can't wait to see all the celebrations when you guys nail the big way.
Dean, thank you so much.
All right.
It was a pleasure being here.
See ya.
Ciao, bro.
And there you have it. Another episode of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, brought to you as always by, and say it with me, fuck yeah, NZ Aerosports. Head to nzaerosports.com. By Pussfoot. That's right, head to pussfoot.com, the extreme sports collective, and check out everything they've got to offer. By summitparachutesystems.com. Jarrett Martin and the family cranking out amazing pilot rigs, as well as incredible rigging courses. And now joining the Lunatic team, it's the one and only Tony Suits. You know him, you love him. Head to tonysuit.com. Check out all the amazing standards, as well as the new incredible signature line they've got going on. And as for us, the Lunatic Fringe is now on YouTube. That's right, you're going to have the chance to put faces to the audio by heading to youtube.com and looking up the Lunatic Fringe podcast. It's easy. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out all the amazing videos from the previous guests that we've had, as well as new and upcoming interviews on video. As always, I am the fucking pilot. Head to thefuckingpilot.net or theprincesspilot.com. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time around.